Let me welcome all of you to India and thank you for participating in this important forum. Let me thank my dear friend, His Excellency Dr. Majid bin Abdullah Al Kasabi, Honorable Minister for Economy, Saudi Arabia. My dear friend, Dr. Sami Abdullah Al Bidi, Chairman, Council of Saudi Chambers. My dear friend who also has been meeting me regularly, Mr. Kamal Al Munajed, Chairman of Saudi India Business Council. Mr. Vikramjit Sahni, who is my friend who also is participating in this program as a representative of the Indian business. All the distinguished friends, all the business leaders. Let me welcome my friends from Saudi Arabia to India. This is a historic visit of His Highness the Crown Prince along with his high-powered delegation. India's relationship with Saudi Arabia is not only old, but is constantly becoming better. It is a relationship which we value a lot in India. We are very honored by the fact that when my Prime Minister went to Saudi Arabia, he was decorated with the highest civilian award. We are very thankful to Saudi Arabia for offering livelihood, support to millions of people who work in Saudi Arabia from India. Saudi Arabia is also responsible for huge remittances that happen by the Indians working there into India, which supports our external sector. We are also happy that Saudi Arabia and India have been working together in oil sector, in gas sector, in overall fossil fuel and hydrocarbon sector. So we are extremely happy that Saudi Arabian delegation is here today. It's a time that we would like to develop new relationship with Saudi Arabia in new areas. We want to develop food security for Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has helped us to ensure our oil security. Now I would like to work with Saudi Arabia for creating their food security. Saudi Arabia and India are working on a very strategic partnership in economy in which we will encourage Indian companies to go there and acquire and make investments into Saudi Arabia. I already alerted a lot of companies as a precursor to this visit, and I will be soon discussing this with my dear friend the minister about the possible opportunities. I also alerted a lot of Indian businesses, and some of them are present here, as to why they should do more business with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has launched a very ambitious program for modernizing its economy and bringing in, diversifying its economy. So they are making huge billions of dollars of investment into creation of new infrastructure. Indian companies should join hands with them. Indian workers are there, Indian engineers are there, but Indian companies also should go in large numbers. I am sure my friend will welcome all of you. We also try to find out how we can create this infrastructure within Saudi Arabia and India for making this food security possible. I recently announced agriculture export policy, which in turn will encourage Indian exporters to make exports outside. My target is $100 billion of agriculture exports in the next few years' time. For that, we already identified areas and we are working on it. To supplement it, I also worked out a new policy wherein new agriculture exports can be done through airlines, for which air cargo policy was announced by me on the 15th of January, when we organized the world's first and the biggest 89 countries attended program called Global Aviation Summit. So we are working on that. We are working on finding out how Saudi investment in India can be done in a specific areas, for which I am willing to offer an area for industrial parks. We are willing to work with Saudi Arabia on finding out how more and more business can be done with them. I am not in Delhi just now, that's why I am talking to you through this video conference, but I will be soon meeting in the evening today the Honorable Minister and his delegation, and I will discuss with them the contours of all these ideas. But let me assure you one thing, we will do all that is possible to make Saudi-India business relationship flourish, to benefit Indians in India and Saudis in Saudi Arabia. This partnership will also help the GCC countries generally. We already have an excellent partnership with UAE. We would like to develop even similar better partnership with Saudi Arabia. So looking forward to this. All the best to you. Congratulations to you.